welcome to the Vorpal Arms stand here at the British Shooting Show. I'm here with Neil McPherson and his team from Vorpal Arms. Vorpal Arms are exhibiting for the first time here at the British Shooting Show, and we've got a brand new product launch here this year. So, Neil, welcome.
Nice to be here.
Nice to meet you. So, tell us about your muzzle brakes that you've got here. I know this is all completely new.
Well, muzzle brakes in themselves aren't a new concept. They've been around. There's a standard one for a rifle such as this TRG. But one of the problems that people experience, particularly in range usage, and you'll have found it yourself, is that because we're venting a lot of gas so that we can slow down the recoil, reduce that recoil impulse, that muzzle blast can sometimes really upset the neighbours, and on some ranges you can be banned from using it at all. Now that's a bit inconvenient if you've got to go and remove your muzzle brake or not carry on shooting. But in our case, we can just spin off a thread protector and fit our blast effect reducer, which is a light little item, fits in the pocket, and just go ahead, spin that on, and that's it.
Fantastic.
That cuts out all that blast. Now you'd think, well, in that case it's just the same as having nothing on the rifle at all. But this is still a gas expansion chamber, so although it reduces the amount of muzzle braking a little, you still do get some, and you don't get any more complaints from the neighbours. You'll see that it's quite a robust thread form. You're not likely to catch that up or damage it. And another great effect with this is if you consider it in the context of military sniping. Military sniper, particularly in a dusty environment, which seems to be the most popular ones these days, that muzzle brake could end up causing a lot of dust to splash up. So what they will generally do is either have to cut away a bit of grass or use their water bottle to damp down or put a mat down. A lot easier to just have that in your pocket, spin it on, and you're done. You can carry on without disclosing your position.
Fantastic. And I can see you've got something else here that looks quite interesting. What can you tell us about this?
Well, these are in development. We're hoping to bring these to market soon. If you take a look down, you may actually see, you can't see the baffles, and the reason for that is we've tucked a bit of paper in there. We're looking at, we're putting a patent application in on the baffle design because we've made some innovations there that have savings in weight and in performance. Now, just as this blast effect reducer, which isn't a moderator, it just cuts the blast down, you can fit this on. Now, if you think, generally, if you were going to fit a moderator onto a rifle, you wouldn't do it that quickly because they always have very fine barrel threads, and there's always the danger you're going to cross-thread it. But once you've mounted the Vorpal Solo, which is what we call our muzzle brake, that's fitted. It can be Loctited on. It comes with a kit of a couple of washers. That stays on the rifle, and you've got that accessory thread. You can have a couple of them, but you can adapt several rifles to all have one common thread, to which you then fit one of our Zephyr moderators. This is an 8 baffle model. The 4 baffle model is a couple of baffles shorter. And if you compare that to somebody else's, this is a commonly known one, a perfectly good moderator. This is smaller, it looks lighter, there's really not much in it.
No, there's not, is there?
No, and it's quite a surprise. I think it surprises a lot of people.
Yeah.
But what there is a big difference in is the actual volume. And you consider the volume that you've got to put that gas into, that all helps keep the sound down. Now, we're not publishing our figures yet on what decibel reduction we've got. We've done some preliminary trials, we're very happy with it. But until we want to get those signed off, because a lot of people make a lot of claims about moderators, and you hear people saying, oh, well, I tested it with the Mark 1 ear. Well, that's not very convincing. So we won't put numbers on it, but you won't be disappointed with the sound reduction. So
we've been looking at your Blast ER and the Vorpal Solo. Now, with this being such a new product, is it ready for market yet, or is this coming out for market? And if and when it does come out, what's the price on this?
Well, the Vorpal Solo and the Blast ER are available now. They can pick them up from our website, contact us directly. We're doing an introductory offer of a kit with the Solo, thread protector, and the Blast ER, Blast Effect Reducer, 140. postage and packing, that sort of thing, but 140, there's no VAT on that. So that's the full price. In terms of the moderator that we're releasing shortly, that's going to be about £150 on top. So that means that the whole package is actually cheaper than quite a lot of moderators that are just standalone.
Yeah.
But it gives you a muzzle brake and a few more options, and that's available to buy now. And it's also in a variety of thread forms, so that we can fit 5/8 UNEF that will fit Ruger Precision. We can fit it onto AR types, which are UNEF thread as well. They're 1/2 inch, and the common 1/2 inch UNF thread that's very common throughout the United Kingdom. We have those. Other types, M15x1. There's other options available.
Excellent. So you say this is available on your website. What's your web address?
It's Vorpal-arms.co.uk.
Thank you very much, Neil. Nice to
Thank you.
speak to you. Thank you.